Day, happy travelers. Seven College Travel Agency here today talking about Royal Caribbean shore excursions at the port of call in Naples, Italy. So if you're here, you're one of two people. One, you were booked on a Royal Caribbean cruise and you want to see the excursions that are available, or you're thinking about booking a Royal Caribbean cruise and you want to see the excursions on what's available. So today we'll cover the highlights of the description, moreover the restrictions, the duration, what time does it leave, the cost, what's hot, what's on sale, what isn't, and we'll hop right into it. And if you're looking for a travel agent, at the end I'll give you my information. If you're not, you're probably here for the short excursion. So let's hop into it right now. The ruins of Pompeii, Naples. When we think of Naples, we think of probably a couple things. One, that it's in Italy, but two, Pompeii is probably pretty popular. $97 per adult guest, and that is for adults and children. We got a duration, one that leaves at 8:15 in the morning, one that leaves at 1:30. So if you're up and early, go get them. 4 hours, you can go do it. Want to sleep in and go do it? You can. It leaves at 1:30. The details, the overview will be on your left-hand side. Go ahead and feel free to pause if you feel that it's going too fast. But in short, you will see the highlights of Pompeii, the important details, kind of give you an idea of how many steps, how long the walk is, and if there will be time to do shopping, which there is. But if you're looking to see Pompeii, in short, specifically the ruins, which I feel is the highlight, then that is for you. Now, what if you want the best of Pompeii? You want to see a little bit of everything for $270 a guest. That's 10% off. The percent off does fluctuate. Sometimes it's nothing, 5, 10. They say up to 30% off. That's what the emails say to me. I haven't seen anything higher than 25, and I've done quite a few videos. One, been on quite a few cruises too. I just haven't seen too many, so maybe I'm not going to the right places yet. But 10% is what I'm seeing today for sure in November. This one is 9.5 hours long. It leaves at 7:30. Note the activity level is strenuous. So you kind of be thinking of your own cardiovascular routine. And if you're up for something strenuous, especially if you're investing $270 a person, the overview is there. You'll obviously see the history of, the impact of Mount Vesuvius there and the highlights of where it goes with early Roman citizens. Got to be able to walk 1.5 miles, go up some stairs, and then there's security details here about big bags and backpacks. So note the locker availability. Good notes here. If you want to spend more time reading it, feel free to leverage that pause button. Capri on your own. Wear some capris and head out to Capri. $106. Yeah, the dad jokes happen here. Apologies if you don't like them. I hope you enjoy them, but they happen. Leaves at 8:30. It's 9 hours long, and you can find peace and beauty on the island of dreams. A 50-minute ferry ride will take you from Naples over to Capri. And then, if you have mobility issues, it's suggested that you don't take this particular one. And it gives you some details about steps, uneven surfaces. I mean, this area is a couple thousand years old and wasn't necessarily, well, things change over the centuries, I suppose. So there you go. If that is what you were thinking of doing, then that's for you. And worth noting here in terms of availability, not a lot of people look November into a cruise in June. I'm on the Odyssey of the Seas, May 26th through June. So I'm still about 7 months out. It's not unusual to be within 3 to 4 months out, and a lot of these things start to get sold out. You'll notice if you log in the top left-hand corner, it'll let you know if there's a few spots left. And right now we're far enough away that not a lot of people have booked it yet. But if it's something you want to do, something you want to do without a shadow, rain, hail, snow, whatever, then book it. Taste of Sorrento and Pompei, 151 per guest. Leaves it's a 9 hours, leaves at 8 a.m. So this will kind of give you the culture and the taste of the area. The highlights tell you you'll spend an hour and a half in exploring the breathtaking seaside village, and that you will be walking up some steps, walking for 10 to 15 minutes for about a mile and a half, and the reminder there about the backpack, locker availability, and the trolleys. So we will go back and we'll go down a little bit here. What about Ischia and the thermal? You want to go to a thermal bath? I'm sure you do. $205 for adult, a little cheaper for kids, about $14 cheaper. Leaves at 7:45 in the morning. Rise and shine for 9 hours, and you will go in and take in all the highlights of the thermal bath resort. You will get some free time. You'll be able to take a public jet boat to the island, and children under the age of 12 are not allowed in the spa, although there is two children's pool near the Olympia pool. Pregnant women, there's some notes there for you. And yeah, so notes for children's of all ages. There's some notes there that if you think this is what you want to do, there you go. What about a motor launch in Pompei? So you get to take in the coast. 178 for adults, 151 for kids, 9.5 hours long. Leaves at 7:30 in the morning, and it says you get on a boat, see some sights, take some pictures, take some selfies, and then some authentic Italian cuisine: pasta, chicken, vegetables, dessert, wine, and of course coffee. Italian coffee. I enjoy Italian coffee. Is this as good as Jamaica Blue Mountain? 100% pure Jamaica? It's a debate. It's a debate. Here's the details about the cobblestone, uneven surfaces. So again, if that's a worry to you, be noteworthy of it. And the drive, a lot of people, in some of the reviews, they get disappointed by the fact that they just weren't out and about for the entire time. There is travel time between the port and the destination of 45 minutes and 60 steps to get into St. Andrew. There you go. So those are the details there. Pause if you want to spend more time there. We'll move on to the easy exploration. Not hard, it's easy. $97 continues to be 10% off. 4 hours, leaves at 8:45 in the morning, and it gives you details about Pompeii. This is the wheelchair accessible version of it, so you'll be able to. If it is noteworthy that there is typically not as many limited accessibility options. So if you know that, hey, this is what you want to do and you require a wheelchair or something with more of an accessible accommodation, again, this might be one that you'd want to book in advance. This tour is conducted in English, which is good to know. There will be some near the bottom that detail that it is in Italian. So if you don't speak fluent Italian or any Italian, perhaps that might not be for you. English, well, this is in English. So if you understand this, you're doing better than me. Here's another excursion that takes you to the island of Capri. 170 for adults, 151 for the children, and we'll re-large this back up there. There we go. So a little cheaper, leaves us 745 for 8.5 hours, and you will see everything that is noted here. 50-minute ride on across the water there. So get your camera ready. Just hang on to it, and more details about the steps on your feet for 90 minutes. So you may want to wear comfortable shoes, walking shoes, and the tour sequence may vary. So if you've been wanting to go to Capri, slap on some capris, and you will be okay. If you're trying to figure out what time to go to Italy, I will let you know that we went in early June, and it was shifting from comfortable heat to uncomfortable heat, and by mid-June when we left. If you want the ruins of Pompeii and the Habla Español, there's an excursion for you. So it's the same one that was in English above. That is for the Spanish speaking folks. If you want a taste of Sorrento and Pompei and a smaller group, more intimate, more I wouldn't say 1-to-1, but certainly versus being in a pack. $295 for an adult, a little cheaper for kids. 9 hours long, leaves at 8, and you get more of an intimate experience with the exploration. So if that's something you want to do, just due to the volume and the ratio, the price is a little higher, but a lot of people get a lot out of it. And if there's time permitting, there might be time to shopping. And normally, I don't know if every time I've seen an excursion and booked an excursion that said time permitting, there might be shopping. I've always had the ability to shop. What about pizza and gelato? I've had gelato in Rome. I've had pizza in Rome. And I got to tell you, maybe it's just my head. It always tastes better in Italy. Maybe it does. It really, I don't know. Maybe it's just I want it to because I'm there. $88 for adults, 74 for kids, 6.5 hours long, leaves at 9, and you will go and have some pizza, and has some gelato. There'll be a scenic drive, scenic stroll, and then here's some details about 5 to 10 steps, 600 feet. Somebody's mapping this out with the tape measure. About 1.5 hours each way is the drive. So just factor that in, make sure you're comfortable sitting, and that is factored into your experience. Leisurely Sorrento, not a rushed, leisurely. $56 for an adult, $4 cheaper for kids. 5 hours leaves at 8:30. 1.5 hours to wander independently in Sorrento on the coast, relax, some complimentary soda, coffee, or ice cream in the cafe, watch a wood carving. If you wanted to go to Sorrento and watch them carve wood, you are living the dream. That is what you will be able to do. And it's 1 to 1.5 hours, 1.5 hours each way. What about Naples city sights? Want to go see the sights in Naples? This is for you. $64, $56, leaves at 1:30 for 3 hours, and you can get a 3,000-year-old history lesson, see some highlights, take some pictures, take some selfies, let your friends know that you are having a fantastic time and that they are probably not having a fantastic time. Light snacks or refreshments will be served. Probably light snacks and refreshments will be served. That's probably. Naples street food and historic center, $115 for an adult, $106 for kids, 4.5 hours long, leaves at 8:30, and you will go and get, some historical center, some details about that, and then street food served in the street. Here's some details about how old you must be to consume alcohol. 18 in Italy, 15 for stairs. I've never seen them card anybody. I assume if you're just a little tyke, they'd probably card you. But 18 is Royal Caribbean's thing on that. America is really big on carding people. The ruins. Want to see some ruins? I know I do. $70 per guest, 3.5 hours long, leaves at 1:30. And long story short, the details are noted there. You will see ruins. And that honestly, I think the ruins are probably a capstone item to see, and I think the price is pretty refreshing. What about the Bourbon Gallery and pizza tasting? $106 for adult. Bring your kid on a Bourbon Gallery. $101 for kids. Not too much of a discount. 4.5 hours long. Leaves at start your day strong with a Bourbon Gallery. Leaves at 8:45, and you can see all the details there. I wouldn't mind to taste pizza. I want to eat pizza. I don't necessarily go to taste it. It tastes like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop. Walk 2 miles over cobblestone surfaces. So if you got weak ankles, and the older I get, the more weaker they are. Look at it. You want to just taste that or you want to eat it? I want to eat it. All right. That's me. Want to see Sorrento in Spanish? Habla Español is for you. Want to see Naples on a bicycle adventure and then eat pizza? You can do that there. That's $124. We will read the details on that. Because it's the same picture of the pizza. 5.5 hours long. It's a strenuous activity. Minimum age is 14, which is why I showed it. And the highlights are noted there. So you can still see Naples instead of walking or being on a bus. You're on a bike, and you got to be able to bike for 2.5 hours. So just make sure that seat cushion is comfortable. Here's an island culture capital for 2022, even though it's 2023, next year it will be 2024. Sometimes the city never changes. The excursion's the same, but it's $187 per adult, $178 per kid, 7.5 hours long, leaves at 7:45 in the morning. You will see all the highlights noted here on the left. Sweet treat and soft drinks are provided. That's nice. And the details noted there. So there will be uphill and downhill. If you want to see some sites in the Italian language, there you go. Grazie, 142 there for that. Pompei on your own in Italian. Leisurely, here's some more Italian. What about here? Here we go. A selfie tour. All right. This is they created an excursion just for today's culture of, hey, I'm going to take you to places. You take a selfie, you put it on the gram. Leaves at 9, leaves at 10 for 6.5 hours. So you get 2 different departures, a little bit more time to sleep in or enjoy that breakfast on the ship before you head out for the day. And they will take you to the sites of Naples and Pompeii, and you take a selfie. Here's the ultimate hop-on, hop-off experience. A little bit more expensive, but it gives you access to the double-decker bus. Might be a single decker, but it's normally a double decker. 6.5 hours long, 9 to 10 a.m. And you can get off the bus whenever you want. You can see whatever it is you think you want to see, and just be very mindful of the bus's last departure time. Discover. Here we go. $142, Enchanting Sorrento. And the pictures, if you're like, hey, I really want to do this because of what I see in the pictures, there you go. 142, 128 for kids, 7 hours. One leaves at 9, one leaves at 10. And you can see, in short, history. History. You're literally part of history there. You want to see some underground archaeological experience and taste some pizza? Just taste it. 133 for adults, 119. Kids love tasting pizza. One leaves at 8:30, one leaves at 10. And then you can walk into lives. Then you just eat, taste. Just taste it. What about pasta making class? Now, this is $500. Oh, okay, $470, $448 for kids, 8 hours long. You will take an air-conditioned ride out to the Sorrentian Peninsula. You will see a wood carving a demonstration, and then you will go on and make some pasta and enjoy what you made, hopefully. I'm not very good at making pasta, but I assume after taking a class about making pasta, I mean, look at that. That's pasta. Or is that a turnover? I don't know. $500. There you go. And then if you want to do Capri and Sorrento Habla Español, that is there as well. So those are the excursions. And this could be, and this, like I said, this is for, I'm showing for Odyssey of the Seas, but if you're on Jewel, Serenade of the Seas, those are some of the more popular ones that go there. But really, any Royal Caribbean ship that could and should go there, sometimes the names of the ship change, but any ship can go to the port of Naples, and a lot of ships will. If you're not looking for a travel agent, you can book these right through RoyalCaribbean.com. If you want to talk to, just talk to me. I don't charge to talk. I don't charge for anything really. I am a travel agent, 7continentstravelagency.com. Here's me. I'm this guy right here. I'm Emerson. Pleasure to talk to you today. Like I say, you can just say hello, or if there's some port you want me to show you, I can do that too. Just my contact information is right here. If you contact me, just get this form underway, and you'll be able to talk to me, or email me at 7continentstravelagency@gmail.com, and we'll talk to you then. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy the port of Naples and you saw something that you want to do, and I'll see you in the next video.